been? Well, I was collecting today's special guest. Ladies and gentle robots, may I proudly present Gottfried Kurt Christensen. I may have stolen him from his bed.
What did you bring him here for?
Well, you know, we're coming towards the end of our LEGO Mindstorms course, and I thought it might be nice if we showed him what his invention would one day go on to create.
What is this? Oh, where are we?
Don't worry about that, Gottfried, my old friend. Let me just show you to your seat. Come on, come on. And then we can begin our lessons for the day.
What is that?
That, Gottfried? That is a LEGO robot. This is what your company will one day go on to create. Anyway, no more questions. All will become clear in time. We should get back to our lesson. Welcome back, kids, to another episode of Magic Made Science. I'm Dr. Victor Drone, and welcome to my LEGO Mindstorms course. You may remember last week that I showed you how to make Eve more human-friendly, using images on his display to give him facial expressions responding to his touch sensor. Today, I'm going to show you a few more tricks that we can do with Eve's display. Today's episode is all about animation. Yes, Eve, today we are going to be showing you how to do a few different facial expressions using the display on your screen. In programming, animation means using digital information to create images on a screen. This can refer to anything from the display screen on a calculator to creating awesome adventure stories using computer-generated animation. And here's where it gets interesting. We can actually create our own animations using Eve's display. So, the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to use that animation to give Eve a face and how to make him blink. So, get your laptops ready once again, boys and girls, and we can begin. So the first thing you are going to need after you open a new project is a loop block. You will recall that a loop block causes a program to repeat itself. It automatically sets to repeat forever, as can be seen by the infinity symbol. Next, we will need an action block. These blocks control Eve's outputs, and Eve's display is an output. So, if we go to action blocks, we can select this block, which is a display block. This is the first block we will need in the loop. And now we must select Eve's first facial expression. If you go to the top right corner of the block, we can go to this drop-down menu and select an image. There are many images you can display on Eve's screen, such as hearts and faces. Let's go to the eyes file since we want to see Eve blink. And the first image I'm going to go with is the neutral eyes, which is these ones here. This will be Eve's regular face for when he is not blinking, which for most people is most of the time. Now we need a second display block, which we will also place inside the loop. Once again, we go to the display options in the top right-hand corner of the block. And now we want to choose an image of the same eyes but closed. Otherwise it will not look like he is blinking. When you blink, your eyes don't suddenly turn into pictures of hearts and back, do they? No! Didn't think so! So, if we send this program through to Eve now, he will alternate between the two display blocks inside of the loop. So let's try that out. Plug in your Everstorm robot and send the program through with download and run with this button here. There we go, Eve. Just plug you in here. Download the program and run. You will notice that Eve's display seems constantly the same. That's because there is no duration set on either of the images. Eve is blinking so fast that we can't even see it. Time for a little debugging! Oh, we love the debugging! So what we need is something that will keep each of these images on screen for longer, so that our animation will look right. Animation is all about timing. So what we will need is some wait blocks. We will want to place one after each of the display blocks. This means each image will remain on Eve's screen for longer. First, we must go to each display block and decide how long we want each one to remain on Eve's screen. Since, like I said, most people spend most of their time not blinking, I will make this first delay longer, meaning that Eve's eyes will appear open for longer. So I will set this delay at 2 seconds. The second delay, or wait block, is for when Eve is actually blinking. People blink very fast most of the time, but we want to see our good work, so let's set that delay to 0.5 seconds. That's half of a second, which is slightly longer than it takes most people to blink, but we can perfect it later. For now, download and run your program.
There you have it. That is a simple animation. And once you have this concept down, you can move on to much longer and more complex looping animations.
Oh, hey, that's the end of another section. Make sure you do those learning objectives. See you in a sec.